There's a ton of hype around budget carbon wheels, and Elitewheels is usually at the center of it. These are the Elitewheels Aero Gravel Wheelset, the latest and greatest. After navigating some previous unfortunate factory defects, I was able to get these fixed up and ridden them a couple of hundred more kilometers. I'm happy to report that these wheels are the real deal. When these wheels were first released, I was one of the first to put in an order. After seeing the specs, I was very interested and I was very excited to receive them. But if you've seen a couple of my previous videos, these showed up with some pretty significant factory defects. I talk about the customer service experience and the experiences with setting up an AliExpress dispute in some of my other videos. I'll leave a link for those videos in the description, but the gist of it is these showed up with a pretty serious dishing issue with a lot of the spokes being quite out of tension. And when I brought it up with Elitewheels, it didn't really go over that smoothly. After getting these issues sorted, these wheels have been rock solid. So talking about specs, these Elitewheels Aero Plus are about 45 mil deep, 40 mil wide externally, 32 wide internal. When I measured these right out of the box, both the front and the back came out to about 1,403 grams. These wheels utilize a 50-tooth ratchet style hub. They're extremely loud and they are a little bit better sounding than the previous SLR wheel sets, in my opinion. The rim profile is hooked, which is my preference. I think the whole hookless trend that's being played out right now by a lot of manufacturers in the industry is a bit of a ruse. The fact that these are hooked rims was actually a selling point for me. And I think it is for a lot of y'all too. I would say the main differences and characteristics compared to the SLR gravel wheel set is the weight as well as the added air volume, AKA the width. I have these set up on Continental Terra Speed tires, size 45. On the old SLR gravel wheel set, these measured out to be about 44.7 millimeters wide, actual width, blown up and inflated. On the Aero Plus gravel wheel set, that comes in at just under 48 millimeters. I think a big factor with gravel wheel sets is the comfort that you get from them, considering that you're going to be riding on a little bit rougher terrain. And it's not to say that the SLRs are an inferior wheel set, but I can say that these are about 20 to 30% better in terms of ride comfort at the very least. On smooth pavement, these absolutely eat. They're fast, low rolling resistance, and again, they sound great. When you finally get out to the gravel, you'll find that they feel just as planted. The wider width again helps with sidewall support. I would say that they absorb shocks and bumps with that added air volume quite a bit better than the SLRs. You can definitely notice that weight difference as well. You get a little bit more bang for your buck when you put your foot down. Like I said before, comfort equals speed. Have I noticed increases in speed on my normal routes? I would say yes, and overall, they're quite confidence inspiring. And it really does feel like you're getting 90% of that Zipp 303 XPLR experience at a fraction of the price. Now, I want to talk about value and price. On AliExpress, you can normally wait for promotions and little coupons to get the price down. If we compare that directly to the Zipp 303 XPLR SWs, at a local shop, they're coming in at a whopping $3,150. Again, the differences are that those wheels are slightly deeper at 54 mil depth, and they're also hookless, which for me is a negative. Even with the factory defects that these showed up with, as much as it was an inconvenience, I would still consider these to be incredible value. I've owned fancier, lighter wheels, but if we're just talking about value for performance, these are probably some of the best that I've ever purchased. So ultimately, are these wheels worth it? I would say absolutely. Having purchased these wheels, with the specs that they've come in, I feel no need to go out and look at anything else. Specs on these wheels are pretty much at the cutting edge of what the industry is offering right now. If you think that there's better value to be had out there, I'm actually really excited to hear whatever opinions or suggestions that you might have. I highly recommend that you check out some of my previous videos about diagnosing the issues that these wheels showed up with and the dispute process. Hit the like if this video review helped you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you have any other questions. Thanks for stopping by.